Alright YouTube, I'm coming at you today from my home away from home. I'm here in beautiful Silver Point, Tennessee, and I wanted to take this opportunity to shoot a video about a subject that's been kind of reoccurring in my life. There's an individual in my life who has really been struggling with letting go of bad influences in his life. And sometimes, let's face it, these bad influences come in the form of family, friends, maybe even longtime friends, right? Significant others, whatever the case is. And so what I want to talk to you guys about today is I want to shoot a little video to give you a few tips on how to break up with anyone, right? So this is a breakup video for you. Step number one, you need to be authentic and 100% honest. There is nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. As long as you aren't causing physical harm to someone else, there is nothing wrong with putting you first and investing in yourself and taking care of yourself. But when it comes time to let that other person in your life go, you need to be honest with them about what you're doing, right? And this is where people mess up because they try to sugarcoat things. They try to do it the easy way, or they do it through text, or they find a million other ways to kind of defer the ugly truth. If you do that, you are wrong. You're being selfish. You're being rude. You're being a horrible person. You owe it to whoever you have decided that you must remove from your life to go ahead and just be honest and say, hey, I'm going a different direction in my life. That direction may not include you. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that person in your life, maybe they're a negative influence, or they've got habitual issues that really you cannot be around, or they're constantly giving you a mindset that isn't allowing you to promote the way you want to be, right? Maybe they're ultra negative and you're trying to become positive. You need to let them know that. With love, look, we've been longtime friends. We've been boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, but I'm trying to turn over a new leaf in my life. I'm trying to go a different direction, and I cannot have this negativity in my life. You need to be 100% honest with them why you're removing them from your life. That's step one. Be honest. Step two, you need to give them the option, right? Now, not all breakups are going to have options, but if it's a longtime friend or somebody that you're not really wanting to completely remove from your life, you need to be honest and give them the option to join you. Look, you're a super negative person. I really don't need that in my life right now. You've done bad things. You have habits that are creating negative consequences. When I'm around you, this is not helping me. This is making me a worse person, or not the person that I want to be. And then you need to inform them of the changes that you're wanting to make, and then give them the option to join you. And that is okay. The reason why that's okay is because you can either, one, help them come with you on your journey, or two, you will identify that they have no interest in changing, and that will solidify your decision to remove them from your life. And it's perfectly okay. But you are not being 100% self-centered when you're giving them the option to join you in your change. Now, there's going to be some people, maybe significant others, you're not going to give that option to, and that's perfectly fine. I don't want you in my life because of this reason. Maybe we're just not compatible, but as long as I'm honest with you, then I'm letting you know, hey, this is why we're not compatible. We got to go on our way. There's nothing wrong with that. Step three, and this is a very important step. Be firm and make sure that when you say you're done, you're done. The worst thing that you can do to someone when you go to break up is to say, look, this is the reason why I want to break up with you. Step one, I'm honest with you. I'm going to break up with you because of this. Step two, I'm going to give you the option to possibly stay in my life, or I'm going to say we're completely done because we're not compatible. We need to go our separate ways. And then in step three, you need to make sure that you go your separate way. If you don't do what you said you're going to do and you start sending them mixed signals, again, you're the problem. You're the one that's being rude. You're the one that's being selfish. And now your actions are hurting someone else. You need to be able to say, I'm done, and then be done, and then walk away. There is no being friends after the breakup. There is no hanging out and let's saying things are okay. What you're doing when you do things like that is you're selfishly serving your own best interest at the expense of someone else's peace of mind, at the expense of somebody else's emotions, at the expense of somebody else's life. And that's not fair to them. That makes you an asshole. And I know this may be hard for some of you to understand, but these 3 little simple steps will help you separate and get rid of the people in your life. And I don't care whether that toxic person is a boyfriend or a girlfriend, a husband or a wife. I don't care if you've been friends with them for 30 years or if they're your mother or your father. Guys, here's a newsflash. Family will be the biggest obstacle in your life before anyone else. And I'm going to tell you why. Because family believes, because they're family, that they can treat you worse than anyone else, and you won't go anywhere. Sometimes family can be the most toxic source of any. Sometimes you got to learn to let them go. That can be harder than letting go of a husband or a wife. That can be harder than letting go of a long-term friend. But you need to understand what the results are, how toxic those relationships can be in your life and how they can keep you from being successful, so that you understand why it is so important to let them go, right? So let's recap for a minute. Step 1, you need to be 100% and truly honest. Step 2, you need to usually give them options to follow you if it applies. Now, if it's a relationship, again, that may not apply. But step 3 is you need to be firm in your decision and you need to follow through. If you don't have the proper follow through, then what you're doing is you're toying with people's emotions and you're not sincere in your own convictions anyway. I hope this video helped you guys. I know this is a hard subject for some of you guys to really grasp, and an even harder subject to really act upon. And I know the people that are in my life that are struggling with this right now have had an issue with it. But I'm telling you right now, the greatest thing I ever did in my life was cut out the negative people, insert positive people, and then only surround myself with the type of people that I want to be. Skyrocketed my success in life, skyrocketed my happiness, skyrocketed my positive influence on others in my life. Sometimes you just got to cut away the junk so that you can get where you're going. Those weights are just holding you down. If you guys enjoyed this, my name is Anthony. I am from Second Phase Solutions. Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the notifications bell so that you don't miss future posts. As always, I enjoyed this time together. Until next time.